Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dan Noah, aka Don Yala. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show this dude. I think his name is Cave Lion. You know, I wanted to make this video specifically for him. I mean, I don't care if other people watch it, whatever. But he made a reply. I don't know what he is. I'm assuming that he's white or either Native American, because most of the times when I hear this bullshit excuse, it's usually coming from a white person who may have Native American descent and Native Americans, but more so from white people who try to claim Native American descent because, you know, they want to be far away from blackness as possible. Now, as you see, I have like a lot of pictures. Don't mind that. I don't even know how the hell this got up in here, but these are, if you look right here, you will see the ancient Mayans. This is ancient Mayans. You can go and find this down there in their temples, their temple walls. All you have to do is just type in ancient Mayan wall paintings. I think that's all you have to type in on Google. You will easily find these black people. I mean, this is down in Mesoamerica. This is down in that area. They're black down there. They're black in North America. I'm talking about the continental U.S. area. And they were black in South America. So are all these guys sitting out in the sun tanning 24/7? You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that lived in the rainforest. But anyways, he said basically that the reason why the Native Americans in my photos, that you can go and check out yourself on my Flickr, which I have a link to, he said that they're that dark because they tan. And then this dumbass, if you're watching it, you are a dumbass. Like, I'm serious. The shit you say is so damn stupid, really, and I don't have time to reply to all that through the damn comments. I'm just gonna make this a step. Really, you're stupid, and you know the shit that you're saying is stupid. Most of the times when white people or are arguing against us, saying that the Egyptians weren't black, even though there's irrefutable proof that they were black. Same thing with the Native Americans, which is kind of a new thing. A lot of people are starting to get hip to it because it was hidden and not really talked about. You get these people who say, "Oh no, they can't be black," and then they say something stupid. Well, and then when you show them actual proof, because you will be arguing. If you're watching right now, Cave Lion, you will be arguing right now. If I didn't have this physical proof up, you'd be arguing saying that no, they weren't black. They're not black. But now since I have the proof up, you're saying, "Oh, okay, they were dark, but they were tanned," or but they're not black people. They're not black people, even though they have the same hue as African Americans, Africans, dark people, like the Dravidians, like the people over in Australia, and the people throughout Papua New Guinea. Even people say that those people aren't black. The people from Papua New Guinea, come on, they look like the average African American. You know what I'm saying? The people over there, the Micronesians, the Melanesians, they all look like the average African American, but they sit there and they go through this bullshit saying that, oh, they're not black, even though they have the phenotype of black people, they have the bone structure of black people. There's no way you can get around that at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, when you come up with proof like this, then they try to say, oh, they're not black, they're just tan, they're tanned. Well, it's like these people have no fucking tan lines at all. These people have no tan lines, and you can check this shit out for yourself. These people have no tan lines. I'm a dark-skinned black person. Almost every black person can tell you this, that they have like a tan line. They have like sometimes it's even like permanent, or it'll last you throughout winter, even after the summer is gone. You know what I'm saying? To where if you were to take off your shirt, usually your chest area and your chest area and your arms are usually lighter than your face is. You know what I'm saying? But these people have no tan lines. No tan lines at all. No tan lines. And these people wear they switch like we do, with the seasons. They wear heavier clothes during the winter, they wear lighter clothes during the summer, stuff like that. But you see no tan lines. These people are perfectly black. You know what I'm saying? Their skin tone is just perfect all over. There's no way getting around that. But so anyways, let me go back to my photo stream. Okay, so anyways, don't mind these. I mean, you can definitely check these pictures out of how the saints and apostles and Israel is depicted. Definitely check that out. Even the saints, I think that's supposed to be Saint Nicholas right there. Yep, Saint Nicholas. So anyways, here's the information on, I think that's Karl Bodmer. and that's Prince Maximilian right there. You can check out that info. I put all this up here for you fuckers to read, and not just the fuckers, but also for the Akim, also for Yashala. And what people have to understand is that when I say black, I'm not talking about African. I'm not specifically talking about African American, even though we're not African, and all that bullshit. And the brother who was saying something about that, that we're not Africans, I know that. I know that. Some brothers say that we're Native American. Yeah, we are in a sense, but you guys is much deeper than what you guys think. There's two types of Native Americans over here. I think I said that before, and one arrived much later. But anyways, yeah, look at these guys. I mean, these guys have no fucking tan lines whatsoever. I mean, you usually when you start to see tan lines is a little bit outside of where the garment is placed. So like by the edge, just a little bit outside the edge, you will start to see your skin color change. Now, this dude, he said the most stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. He said, and I'm assuming that this guy is white because there's not too many Native Americans around. And also, he said that black people were saying that this dude looked black. Okay, so he said that there's this guy named Mark or something like that. He has one of those simple names. He said that this dude was pitch black, or as black as coal. He said that this guy, who I assume is white, went from the color of an average white person to the color of coal. And he said I was bullshitting on that you couldn't get 20 to 10 shades darker. You can't. That's impossible. If you were to sit in the sun and tan about 10 to 20 shades darker, you will most likely be dying of skin cancer. That shit is unreal. Now, I have seen white people tan in the sun to where they probably got like about 5 or 6. Never, I don't think they ever got over 10. Yeah, I've seen white people go to 5 or 6 or, you know, something around that area, but never seen somebody go like 20 shades darker. I never seen a white person get so damn dark that you would, that they would get as black as coal. That's bullshit. You know, and then the skin complexion. So say if this guy is arguing that modern day Native Americans, or I'm not gonna say ancient, but these Native Americans back in the 1700s and back, if he's trying to argue that these Native Americans were around the same skin tone as modern day Native Americans, some of them, they range from whites, because a lot of them do have a lot of white heritage. Some of them are damn near white, like their genetic makeup is damn near white. And then you have the ones who verge on like brown. They're like around, I would say probably like a like honey brown or something like that, around that color. Even if you did get someone around that color, most of the times when I see Native Americans, like the ones who are less white, because the Native Americans here in the United States are more white than the indigenous people in Mexico. You will find more authentic. You will find a more authentic Native American look in Mexico, and in like places like Peru and Bolivia and places like that. Even when those people sit in the sun and get dark, because I have seen very dark ones, they get no darker than me. They get no darker than my skin tone. And in the one video, you guys can see my hand to see what color I am. They get no darker than that. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was a kid, when I used to spend like about 6-7 hours out in the sun during the summer, you know, at the rec centers playing, just out in the sun almost all day, I never got near pitch black. Never. And I'm a black person. You know what I'm saying? So what he is saying is bullshit, and what he showed me with that comment is that he exaggerates when he's trying to tell the truth. So you just discredit yourself right there. But yeah, like I said, no tan lines on these dudes. No tan lines whatsoever. These dudes their skin color is fluid through and through. And mind you, like I showed you in the documentation, this book has been accredited for being the most accurate depiction of Native Americans. Look at this. No tan lines whatsoever. And I think I pointed it out when I had made the video. So yeah, you can go through here and read. I uploaded some of the important pictures, I believe. You see no tan lines. No tan lines at all. No tan lines. And somebody else, like earlier, like months ago, was trying to say that Native Americans are a blackish red hue. That's bullshit. They're around the same color as the average African American. And then also they put paint on themselves, you dumbasses. I'm just talking to all the dumbass, the scoffers out there. Look at this. Look at this. No tan lines whatsoever. You think you'll see some around the hand, around the wrist area where the where the garment stops, and around the neck, but you don't see that. But for average black person, I'm talking about average African American, or anybody who's like around a brown skin color, like if like majority of Latinos, stuff like that. If they take off their shirts, majority of them are their chest area is lighter, So, anyways, that's the point that I'm making. Oh yeah, and to seal the casket on this dude, I wanted to say this: these paintings were not taken during the summer. These paintings were actually taken during the fall, and they were taken during the winter, where there's less sunlight. You know what I'm saying? And then we know in the winter, there's barely any sun shining. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with winter right now in Ohio, and there's barely any sun out. And this was taken around. They did the Mississippi, so they started like around in the St. Louis area, around that area, Indiana, all that stuff. They started around that area, and then they traveled down the Mississippi and went over, and then they came back up and went through the Northwest. All areas that get snow, all areas, except for when you get in the southern part, you know what I'm saying? But all these tribes, most of these tribes were in the northern parts, basically the northern parts of the United States. All where they get snow and where they get gloom. I can even show you guys this. Look at this. Look at this. This is in the same fucking book. I didn't upload this. These pictures actually came much later. I'm going to actually upload these photos too. All the other photos that I didn't upload. There's a couple of them that I didn't upload. Like this one. You see the dress for winter. And I think they're at like a funeral or whatever. But look, winter. Winter. These people are still black. Nothing changed. And this may be fall. But you see they got their little covers over top of them. Fur covers. Even here, they're dressed for winter. Yet they're still black. And here they are, these people. Now these people, they're a little bit lighter than other ones. But of course, the book explains that there are some lighter skinned ones. And I think I even pointed that out in the video. Because of mixing, due to mixing and stuff like that. Where it was talking about their facial features would change. Their skin color would change. Come on now, if that happened, the book is telling you that. And these were cataloged in the diaries of Prince Maximilian. It tells you that this is what became the Native Americans. That they bred out. Fucking stupid people, man. Here's another dude I'm gonna upload. Oops. Yeah, they're going to the winter picture. And there's some other people that I'm gonna upload too, like other good portraits I'm gonna upload. But yeah. This was taken, and I believe in one of the documents out here. Let me go back. Yeah, I believe in one of the documents out here. It tells you that this voyage was it took place during the fall and winter. But yeah, there's just no way in hell that you're going to be this dark during the winter. Because usually when people get tans, sometimes it could go away within a week. Sometimes it goes away within months. Nobody usually ever keep tans for more than a month and a half, exceeding the 3-month mark. Nobody ever does that now unless they're consistently tanning. They didn't have tanning beds back in these days. So it's not like these people could have went out to a tanning booth and it stayed this dark. It just doesn't happen. It's fucking stupid to say so. But yeah, you guys are fucking idiots, man. I can't say it enough. And this was uploaded back in 2008, so I uploaded this years ago before I even made this fucking video on YouTube. But yeah, fucking idiots. I mean, come on, guys. You're fucking stupid, man. Fucking stupid. I can't believe how stupid people can be at times. I mean, the excuses that people make. Excuses. I literally be sitting here laughing. Like after I read some of you guys' comments, man, I'd be sitting here laughing at the stupidity of you guys, man. Like, dog, really, you really believe that that this guy, like you really believe that this guy got this black from sitting out in the fucking sun, from you know, the standpoint of believing that this guy is modern day Native American. You really think I'm gonna believe that a white dude sat out there in the fucking sun and went from a regular looking white guy to fucking coal black? You got to be out your fucking mind, man. You got, man, oh man, you gotta be stupid. That's all I gotta say. If you believe that I'm stupid enough to fall for that dumb shit. But anyways, you know, I also seen other people, you know, comment about, oh, Native Americans had certain type of hair and all this other stuff. Let me pull this up. You know, they said that they had certain type of hair. They look this way. Well, actually, when you read a lot of books out there, Christopher Columbus describes how damn, the Caribs, the people in the Caribbeans looked, how the Native Americans down there looked. There's even descriptions of Native American tribes here in the United States, the continental United States, with afros, with curly hair, with features like Negroes. They were even described as Negroes. So it's like, dude, shut y'all bullshit up. Y'all just don't want them to be black. Y'all, what y'all really are trying to do, what a lot of them y'all are doing, is trying to disconnect black people from their heritage, because it's deep, man. It is deep. The history between African Americans and Native Americans is deep. And like I said, I think I said in the other video, that two groups of Native Americans here. And that's why a lot of the tribal wars happened. That's why certain tribes were put into slave and were classified. They were stripped from being indigenous and classified as being Negro. That happened for a reason. But yeah, that's for another fucking video. But anyways, 1 second. So anyways, I wanted to pull this up because I wanted to look at the Yamasee people. I wanted to use this as an example. Now, this is this is deep, man, with the Yamasee and stuff like that, because you gotta understand, these people are not the same. And I'm just gonna say this, I'm not gonna get into detail about it, but these people are not. There's two different types of Native Americans. The Yamasee and the tribes on the southeast, they descend from a different people. They come from different places. There was waves of these people coming over, and African Americans descend from these people, and so do a lot of black people over here in the Americas. That's why they dress differently from a lot of tribes from the west. This is why there's even tribes in the east, around the Ohio area, and a little bit further west, you know, towards Alabama, places like that, Louisiana, where they dress so much differently from these tribes. There was tribes in the same area that dressed completely differently, and it wasn't because of tribal differences, but it's because of cultural differences. A lot of the tribes in the southeast wore turbans. A lot of the Seminoles wore turbans and stuff like that. But anyways, I wanted to just show you, these are the Yamasee brothers out there who be, you know, trying to, you know, share the history of the Yamasee people, stuff like that. But anyways, here's a Yamasee woman right here. I wish I could find a bigger picture. Look at this woman. You think she was sitting out in the sun all fucking day tanning? I think not. I don't think so. She was not, and her baby was not sitting out in the sun all day tanning. You fucking idiots. And then somebody like him, you would say, oh, this guy is not, he's not as dark as he seems. If we were to change the color, if we were to change this from black and white to like, I forget what they call it, something color. I can't remember, but they put color into it. He would be much lighter. He wouldn't look black. Bullshit. Because it was the same thing with this woman. I wish I could find a black and white of her, but she's like around the same skin tone in black and white. Then when you change her skin color to the actual skin, look at her. Look at her. Okay. See, you would think, you would say the same thing that this woman. I didn't mean to go to this page, but you would say that this woman right here. You even say that this man right here are really actually lighter than what they seem. It's just that it's in black and white. The reason why she's seen so dark. Bull fucking shit. You know, you even say the same thing about this man. Clearly, even without, you know, proper coloring, even the same thing with this man right here. Even without proper coloring, you could tell that these people are black. How do I know? Look at these type of pictures. Look at this woman. Now, this is a woman, I believe she's like Inuit or whatever. I believe this woman is from I believe that she's Inuit. I believe she is. Now look at her. Look at this woman. Does she look like she could be black like those other people that I showed you? No, I don't think so. She don't look like she's black like this guy. Both black and white. Both black and white. Both black and white. But you can tell that this dude is dark. You can tell that he's naturally dark. Same thing with this Yamasi kid. What you gotta say about him? You know what I'm saying? You guys are just full of shit, man. They're full of dog shit. But anyways, the Yamasi, the Seminoles, all those people, you gotta understand that there was intermixing between these two types of Native Americans, which I'm not gonna really talk too much about. But anyways, and this is actually in a book. I didn't upload this picture. I don't even think I scanned this picture. But look how black this guy is. Come on. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. You guys are fucking stupid. I mean, look at these people. You would say, oh, they're making African heritage. Nope. Oh, ancient Moors in America. See, now that's what I was trying to hint at. There were different groups of people. Now, I don't associate myself with the Yamasi people on YouTube or anything like that. But see, what people gotta understand, and you can read this in books, you can find this in books, you can find sources online, that the eastern tribes, the southeastern tribes, are Moors. They are Moors. Some of them have been here for a little under like 1,000 years. Some of them have been for like 1,000 years. That's the ones that's been here the longest. But majority of African Americans, when we lost Europe, when we had our last bastion over there in Granada, Spain, that was our last little stronghold. Once we lost that in 1492, and even before that, when we were losing control over Europe, we fled here to our colonies in the United States. That's where we come from, our colonies of the United States. And after we lost Spain, after we lost Granada, and some of us fled to Africa, to Northern Africa. When we lost Granada, that's when the white people, Spaniards, and the Italians came over here and pursued us in the United States, and they started slaving our brothers around in the Americas. You know, in the Caribbean, they started slaving them, killing them. This is why, if I go back to this picture right here, this is why. Look at this. Look at these people. I believe that these are the Caribs. I believe these are the Caribs, or these are the. I don't think they're the Seminoles. I believe these are the people down there in the Arawak and the Caribs. Look at these people. And Christopher Columbus described these people as being Negroes, having curly hair. They even described some of the people as having straight hair, stuff like that. So, mind you, some of the people weren't completely Negroid in look because we were mixing with them. So the Native Americans who have been here now, the Native Americans on the reservation, they've been here for thousands of years. If you look up, what is it called? Pre-Columbian theory, the pre-Columbian theory, I believe that's what it's pre-Columbian contact theory. Look those up. It talks about the Phoenicians making it here. There's documents, there's archaeology that shows that the Phoenicians came here thousands of years ago to the Americas. There's record, there is ancient artifacts that show that the Egyptians made it here, the Africans on the western coast made it here, the Phoenicians, of course, North Africa made it here, even parts of the Middle East made it here, Assyria. They all knew about it. Even Israel knew about it. They all knew about it. They all had their little colonies here. And the Native American brothers, they descend from the Phoenicians, who are a offshoot of Israel. And I mean, anybody can read that in a book, and they know that. Most people know that the Phoenician Empire were descendants of Israel. And even even when it was brought over here by the Assyrian king, that's where he brought them to. Of course, the Bible calls it the land where no man dwelt. And there was always colonies here. There's always contact with the old world here. See, the thing is that white people, they want to make you believe that they're first at discovering everything. That's why they always say Christopher Columbus was the first one to discover America. Now they're starting to get rid of that old saying, but they always want to be first to discover everything when we know that they're not. So, since they didn't have contact, because Europe, remember, Europe was in a dark spell. They call it the Dark Ages for two reasons: because they were not enlightened to their prior history. The Greeks, you know what I'm saying, they forgot about that history, and the Romans at one time. Now, we were the Byzantine Empire. That was us. But anyways, and they didn't have any power in their land. Now, white people were in Europe before we were. We came up there and civilized them, aka the Moors and the Byzantine Empire. So they were in a dark age because we were ruling them, black people. And also they were in a late age of non-enlightenment. So when they came into enlightenment age, around the 1300s, 1400s, that's when they found out, they remember who they were, and they start fighting back and taking over their shit. And then that's when they conquered us, and they pushed us out of Europe. They pushed the Moors out of Europe because there was a few empires that came up in there and was holding down Europe, the Byzantine Empire and the Moorish Empire. And when they kicked us out of Europe, they pursued us to our colonies, which were established in North Africa. And even some of us that went to North Africa, we fled into deeper parts of Africa and stuff. That's why you can find evidence of Moors being down there. And remember, all Moors were not Muslim. A lot of Moors, you can even research this. I think almost everybody knows this who know anything about Moors. Some of the Moors were of Jewish descent, Israelite descent. A lot of them were, not some of them. A lot of them were. Yeah. So, and this is why you can find Israelite tribes down there in Africa, West Africa. So, anyways, they pursued us mainly to the United States. Why? Because there was a lot of resources over there, and they wanted to enslave us. So when they came over here in 1492, they started enslaving the brothers and sisters in Central America, South America, and they came over here during when we were here in the United States and started warring against us, while we, the ones who are of Moorish descent, when we fled over here to our more indigenous brothers, not the indigenous people who have been here for 1,000 years, not Gad, my Yashar Allah brothers, y'all know who I'm talking about. We were fighting amongst ourselves. All the wars, all those tribal wars, were nothing more than ethnic wars. This is why some tribes were putting other tribes into slavery. Like, I mean, I remember even reading in my history book when I was in school that they were enslaving the black Native Americans, and I never put two and two together. It was so crazy. I learned about the Yamasee being enslaved, and other tribes of the Confederate Iroquois Confederacy were being enslaved and stuff like that. This is why they were enslaving us, because there was always wars. There was always tribal wars against the people of the Native Americans of Moorish descent and the Native Americans who have been here for the longest and who did do a little admixture, admixing on the way here. This is why this war was going on between us, and this is why they were selling us out to the white man. You always wonder, like, okay, if they hate the white man, or if the white man was taking our land or encroaching on our land, why are they selling out other Native American tribes to the white man? This is why. There are books out there. See, it's funny because I had everything compiled, all my sources, all my books, stuff like this. I had this compiled. I've been compiling it for over a year, and then a few months ago, my hard drive with everything on it died, and I was trying to recover it not too long ago, and the hard drive completely died. So I tried to do like some deep data. I tried to pull some deep data out of it, and the files came broken. Couldn't find half the files, whatever. So now I'm going to have to compile all that list back together, and now I'm busier than ever, so it's going to be very hard to do all that. But the history is out there, because I found all this stuff online. You can find PDFs out there. There's a lot of PDFs. One of the books that somebody recommended to me, I already knew about, was They Came Before Christopher Columbus. I believe that's what the book is called. Or They Were Here Before Christopher Columbus. Talks about the black tribes. I mean, the history is out there. Y'all guys just got to look for it. Like, just do some deep digging. You will find testimonials from historians, researchers, stuff like that. It's even in their books. Sometimes a book can skim over and the book is not even about black Native Americans. It's just talking about Native Americans in general, and you will pick up information out of those books like, oh wow, this is interesting. But anyways, yeah, dog. Back to the tail lines. Like, where the fuck is the tail lines at? And see, this is the bullshit that they want you to believe. They want you to think that this is what Native Americans look like. You see this bullshit? They want you to believe that this is how the ancient Native American looked like. Now, if they were even of this skin tone, even if they were of this skin tone, there's no way in hell, that they would reach this skin tone. There's no way in hell they will reach this skin tone at all. I mean, even Queen Khalifa, who was indigenous queen out there in the West Coast, I forget what the tribe is called. Even she was described as having bushy hair. Her tribes people were described as having bushy hair, all of that. I hear some other Yamasee. Y'all want to sit there and say, oh, these are Seminoles, sorry. I mean, the Yamasee, Seminoles, they're all relatives. But y'all want to sit there and say, oh, they're not black, this is they're tanned and all this crazy bullshit. Another person that you would say that is lighter than what they seem. I mean, come on, use common sense, use your fucking eyes, you're fucking idiots, man. I hate to say it, you guys are fucking idiots. Yeah, there's just no way you can be that damn black from a fucking suntan. Like, come on, kill yourself, man. Kill yourself. I mean, look at these black and whites. And I believe that this was the leader of the Iroquois nation. I believe so. If this is the right guy, I'm not sure. I don't think it may be, may not be. But I remember one of the leaders of the Iroquois Confederacy. He was mixed with white. I think this may be him. I'm not sure. Look at these guys. These people are around the same skin tone as the average Native American today that you'll find. Look how dark this person is. This is black and white. This picture. I mean, all these are in black and white. Some are more modern than others, but still, you can even find pictures this dark, I mean this old, with Native Americans in it, and they're nowhere near that same fucking skin tone. Like, come on, stop being fucking stupid. Stop being fucking stupid. But, you know, anyways, you guys, y'all try to explain these things away, but you can't. That's why I laugh at most of the time when I read the comments. Most times I don't even respond, because I'm just like, okay, this fucking idiot. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Yeah. And this woman is Apache. Mary Richards, Lipan Apache, Black American. Y'all want to say that they're mixed? Oh, they may have some black ancestry. Well, I guess it was like that all through the Americas. That they were part Native American and part black. Come on, guys. Don't believe that dumb shit. That's just a waste of fucking time, man. Really, it is. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Shalom to all the Akim out there, to all the brothers and sisters out there. Oh yeah, Harold Montezuma. Now I forget when this print was made, but even Montezuma was depicted as a black guy. Now, mind you, he was the emperor of the Aztecs. Mind you that the Aztec and the Mayans were near each other. They were in the general area, you know, they were in the Mexican area. The Mayan were more to the south, southern Mexico, other parts of Central America. And I already showed you guys the picture of them. So, yeah, they're black everywhere. You know, you look at the stone heads. They have straight Negroid features. Can't argue that. Yeah, you will find modern day. And see, you know, I saw a couple of videos like years ago where they will say, oh, okay, Afrocentrics claim that these guys are black, and they're like, well, look, here go modern day Native Americans who look exactly like it. They have similar features. Duh, motherfucker. That's because they descend from these people. Of course, they're gonna have features. Same thing with biracial women, or biracial people, or mulattoes. Somebody with a black and white parent. When they have a child, there's a good chance that that mulatto will have full lips like their black parent, and a full nose like their black parent. Shit, they may even have curly hair like their black parent. They may even come out as almost as dark as their black parent. That's because they descend from that black parent. Okay, so you know, even you know, the Native Americans of today are going to have those features. Now, you know, the stoneheads that you find down there in Mesoamerica, not too many modern day Native American have those features. Yeah, you can find them, but not as many, you know. And those stoneheads, you find them everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's all I have to say. You people crack me up. trying to stop from calling you guys retards and all this stuff, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Lion, cave lion dog. I don't know what to say about you. You're a pathetic case. Yeah, you're pathetic. Hopefully, you one day you will accept the truth. Because if not, that's just gonna be burning your soul, your whole existence. So, anyways, I'd like to say, peace.